hope you're having a great day today. Today is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. It is the end of the week and it is getting closer to Christmas. It is 14 days. That seems like off. Oh yeah, Christmas is on Friday, isn't it? Christmas Eve is Thursday, so it's actually a week before for you guys. So hopefully you have what you have done, and guess what? If you don't, it's okay. If you don't have all the gifts that you want to get for everybody, cash works really good. People love cash for Christmas, so don't stress about doing it. And if you want to do gifts for a whole bunch of people and you didn't get to that, that's okay too. Don't worry about it. Life will still go on. Someone may have given you a gift and you really wanted to give a gift to them but didn't. It's okay. You can still smile and be thankful for the gift you have and not stress and worry that you didn't get time to make something for someone else. Just rejoice in the blessing and don't worry about like having to pay it back. Not that you have to pay it back, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you feel like, I want to give something, but I just can't. That's okay. That's quite all right. So what we're doing today is we're gathering fragments. We're gathering our fragments. Myself, I was looking in my freezers and I have like freezer meals from last month, and I kind of was supposed to end this week with all my freezer meals, and I still have a lot of freezer meals in the freezer. So I was like, but they're kind of like the repetitive ones that we've already had, and I'm like, what do we want to have today? So I had to do some thinking yesterday. Yesterday was beautiful at my home. I didn't film up like my day yesterday. I gave you guys the neck tip video, but it was so gorgeous. It was like 65 degrees. I had every single window and door open in my house. It was so nice. I think today is going to be the same way. So I am anticipating opening windows and fresh air blowing through, and you know, blowing out germs, because you know there's germs around this time of year, especially, and just loving that warm sunshine. But for now it's early, so I thought, let me get up and make seems like I need my, she just went to the bathroom, so she's like, I need my treat, but she hasn't barked yet, so we're gonna hope she doesn't bark. She's looking for snacks on the floor. Never have crumbs on the floor when you have a dog. So anyways, so today I thought I'm gonna get up early, get my food made, and it's gonna be a simpler day of gather your fragments. I was looking at my list. I asked the kids what they wanted for breakfast, so I looked in my freezer. I bought those mini pancake bites. Remember when they were like super cheap for huge bags of them? So we opened them and just cooked a few the other day. Some kids had some, and so I'm like, that'll be good for breakfast. So I'm gonna cook some pancake bites, pancake on a stick, but not a stick. They're just like little, they look like little corn dogs. And I have a lot of yogurt still. I made yogurt last month. Yogurt lasts a long time. Homemade yogurt lasts a long time in your refrigerator, just if you do it yourself. And I put it in the jars and sealed it. So I'm gonna do some yogurt smoothies for breakfast. Lunch, I was going to make, some are into eating soup, some are into eating other things. I have pizza crust from like 3 months ago. So I'm gonna pull that pizza crust out and make some pepperoni pizza, and then make some, does anybody else remember Mrs. Grass soup? Who has grown up eating Mrs. Grass soup? Me? Just me? No, hopefully you did too. My mom would get those little packs, and remember it had like that little, was it green? I feel like it was a grape, but it was like a little, I'm gonna say like a gelatin ball, but it had all the chicken bouillon inside of it, like chicken stock. Do you remember that? Was it, well, it probably wasn't green. It was probably yellow. I don't know why I'm thinking of a green. I thought of a green grape as a kid, but it would have like a little ball. Maybe not. I haven't bought it in a long time because we usually just make it. So I've been making that this week. The kids have been eating that. They really like soup, and so I'm like, hey, it's simple. You like it. Just really easy with some chicken. You can do chicken broth. I do chicken bouillon because that's what I have. Garlic, pepper, and some put hot pepper flakes in it because I get spicier. But that's a really easy soup. So I'm gonna make a pot of that as well. And I've got a huge container. That's right, Maxine's like, Mommy, do you need a bone? Let me get her a bone. Like, that's all I need. So I have a huge container. I bought the noodles a long time ago, way back in the summer. We haven't made any, and I thought, what am I going to do with these? Well, we're starting to go through those now, so I'm glad that I held on to them. Pasta will last you a long time in your pantry. So making that for soup. Dinners, I'm going to make a few dinners because today's Friday. I like to have meals for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I don't have to do any real cooking through the weekend because I'd like to do other things I have to get done. So I was going to do, I think, was it this week or last week? Last week I did the haystacks in a casserole dish. Probably last Friday. I'm gonna do that again because my kids are like, that is so good. So haystacks, basically it's rice on the bottom, and you can put, some people put like a chili mixture, like chili, chicken chili, I guess is a mixture on top. I know my friend does that. And then you just top it with like lettuce and cheese, whatever you want to top. There's Hawaiian haystacks. I like that. My kids don't like that, where it's rice and it's like chicken gravy and lettuce and slivered onions and coconut and celery. little chow mein noodles. I'm trying to think what else they put on it. That to me is really good, but nobody likes that but me. We do the taco haystack. It's basically rice, refried beans, taco meat, and cheese. You put shredded cheese. We have nacho cheese and lettuce, salsa, sour cream. It's really easy. I haven't had guacamole. I'm gonna pull that out from the freezer. But it's a great way to feed a whole lot of people really inexpensively. If you have to do a whole spread like nachos or something, do a big pot of rice and you can do all those sides. It'll stretch out so much. So we really love that dish. I remember making that for my friend once and she's like, wow, this is such a simple meal, but it tastes so good. And so I'm gonna do a big pan of that for maybe today. Chili, I pulled out a bag of chili. That's done. That'll be easy. Put it in the pressure cooker. I'll put it back in the refrigerator and then we'll heat that up for this weekend. And then I found a recipe. I saw one this morning. Once in a while I look through, my kids and I were sitting there last night just looking through YouTube videos, and there was like a chicken carbonara, is that how you say it? Carbonara recipe. So I was thinking, do I have those ingredients? And I have similar ingredients, so I'm going to make that. Instead of doing fresh chicken, I have this huge bag of fajita chicken meat. We never even have fajitas at all this month. So I think I'm going to use that kind of chicken and make that. I've got a whole thing of bacon. I pulled my bacon out of the freezer. Remember, I froze it from last time, so there's still a lot of bacon, so I'm going to cook some bacon up for that too. So I'm going to make that. That'll be something different that I haven't made before, but it looked really good. I'm like, that looks delicious. So that'll be something new today. And then I'm going to go on to a couple desserts because we haven't made any desserts really. I made cookies this week, but we never ate any. They're in the freezer. The kids had the peanut butter cups. They said those are so good, but they're just a big peanut butter cup. So I'm gonna make Rice Krispie treats. They've been asking for those. I have those. And then we're gonna make Jello popcorn balls. Have you ever made Jello popcorn balls? They're not Jello, it's Jello packet with marshmallows. And we've made these for the longest times, and my kids absolutely love them. We did them for a church group one time. We made like hundreds of them. Messy, but so much good and delicious and easy to make. So we're gonna do some of those for treats this week, and that is gonna be my Gather Your Fragment Friday. So sounds like a lot, but I think it's gonna go really quick because they're simple meals. So I'm gonna get earbud in. I'm gonna go get an apron so I don't get myself dirty, and then we're gonna start our day. You guys ready? Have a great day? All right, let's gather our fragments. We're gonna start putting things in the oven. I'm gonna do my pancakes, little bites, and I'm gonna cook my bacon because that's gonna take some time. I got my sink full of hot soapy water. I like to wash dishes as I go to avoid a huge cleanup. It's okay to leave a big giant mess, but myself, I have to, I like using the same kind of tools in the kitchen instead of having a ton of them. So I just fill up a hot soapy sink there. That way I can wash as I go. And there's a pile right here. I'm gonna take my rice and make a big pot of rice in my pressure cooker. This, one of my viewers gave me a rice rinser. And people keep saying, do your rice and rinse it. It makes it so much better. And I'm like, really? It really does make a difference. It doesn't make it all stick together. So I just use parboiled rice, and I'm just gonna rinse it. You just kind of mess it around until it doesn't get like creamy looking. And then that makes a really good separated rice. While my pot is filling with water here, I'd like to do a few extra things just to kind of not waste my time in the kitchen. So I'm putting away a few of these dishes just to get them out of the way. Got my pot of water boiling. This is going to be for my chicken carbonara. So I'm going to do some fettuccine noodles. So put your lid on. That will help contain the heat and help it boil faster. And then I'm going to get another pot filled up with water. I'm going to start making the soup. So in my microwave, I've got my taco meat going in there. I'm just heating it up. You can fry it. It's my green meat. Remember the green meat that had all the veggies in it? That's really good. I put it in there with a lid so it can kind of steam it so it can soften and fall apart, obviously, because it's frozen solid. And then I added some taco seasoning to it. So put that in there, put put it in for 10 minutes, let it do its thing. I'm gonna start making soup here. Now, you can do this all with fresh ingredients. I don't even know if I have celery. Let me look. Okay, I'm out of a lot of fresh veggies because it is the end of the month. I haven't gone shopping yet. I will. I'm gonna be going next week and stuff for Christmas. So don't be afraid, just use dried ingredients. That's why you have a pantry full of some basic things. So I'm just gonna add chicken bouillon. I know it has a lot of salt and you can use chicken broth, but I think we'll live. So I'm gonna sprinkle this in my water. Splash everywhere. And then I don't even have fresh garlic, so I have garlic seasoning for pizza, which is garlicky. Sprinkle some of that in there, I don't know, a teaspoon. Do this all to taste. Mix it up, taste it, see how it goes. I do have onions, but it's easy to use. Chopped ones, dried ones. Sprinkle a couple tablespoons in there. I like celery. Celery seed is really strong, so just use a little bit. Half a teaspoon of that in there, and then pepper. That brings a nice little bite to, like, you know, your soup. So it gives you like a little bit when you're feeling kind of scratchy in your throat, or you have a little bit of sinus drainage going on. This is my cure-all soup, I call it. I think so. Don't they have a study out that says that chicken noodle soup when you have a cold helps hugely? I think it does. So this is here. Put a lid on it, let it boil, and then we'll kind of mix the flavors up, taste it, and see, do you need more salty stuff? Do you need more spice? Do you need more garlic? Whatever you want to add. We like to get the little cup of soup, lifting cup of soups too, so just one person's dealing with it. But since I have a few that are enjoying it, this is going to be great. So stick a lid on it, and then you're done. You're done until you add the noodles to it. All right. Check on your meat mixture and just kind of stir it around. Because if not, when you put it in the microwave and you put taco seasoning on there, the powder, if you don't mix it up, that taco seasoning will get really hard on there, and you don't want that. So kind of stir it a little bit with the water. There we go. Mine looks a little watery, but I'll just leave the lid off and let it kind of cook and steam its way. I'm going to get the ingredients ready for the chicken carbonara. So I'm going to chop up an onion. I'm going to do an onion and a half. You probably could use a half onion. I'm going to do a little bit more onion. So chop this up, and then we're going to saute it over here on the stove when those two pots are done boiling. So we're going to keep moving in between your tasks. Like, don't just like sit and go, what do I even do? What do I even do? Think ahead, like when you're looking at your list, go, all right, what can you do? Like, I know I need a lot of popcorn, but I'm like, my microwave's being used. So I will let that cook. When that's done, I'll start doing my popcorn in between here. I've got refried beans in little plastic containers. They're sitting, can you see them in between there? They're sitting on there. They're not gonna burn or melt because this oven doesn't get that hot on top, but it'll start heating that up in there, so it will kind of thaw a little bit, so it'll make it easier to spread. Rice is cooking. We're moving. So I'm gonna chop this up here for our chicken carbonara. Is that how you say it? I hope so. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I was gonna do another one, but I'm like, that's a lot of onion for this. So that's it, onions chopped. Let's go wash these. These are done, I just took them out of the oven. They're really, I've never even had these. These are really good tasting ones. They're definitely, like, got them at the discount store. They would be used for like a restaurant would serve these. They're really good. So breakfast, this part's done. I'll make a smoothie when the kids get up. All right, so my taco meat is done. My beans are, they're already thawed. I can spread them. This is still boiling. As soon as this gets done, I'll put the pasta in, and that way I can free up that burner there, and I can cook my chicken mixture. So we're gonna spread in the bottom of the pan some refried beans. And the meat is a little bit soupy, but that's okay because I'm gonna layer it with rice. I don't mind it being a little bit like gushy because it's gonna be, you know, you don't want it like dry. So we're gonna put this on that, and then when the rice is done, put the rice on top. This is simple. You can do this separate, like just let them scoop it out, but this is a good way to ensure that all the refried beans and meat get used up, because sometimes we have like a little bowl of refried beans left in the fridge or a little bit of taco meat. This, everybody likes it this way, and it's super easy. If I don't add cheese to it, it's better, and then they can add cheese when they eat it. I'm gonna let this sit now. It's pretty hot. When the rice is done, I'll just add the rice on top, cover it. That'll be it for dinner. Put these in the sink so they can soak because my water is boiling over there. We gotta add our pasta. All right, we're gonna add our pasta here. Like that much, like a handful. I'm gonna do 2, 3. Give it a little stir so it doesn't stick, and it'll keep boiling. I'll put the lid on it just so it remains boiling, and then I'll take it off real quick, otherwise it'll overfill. Low. This one's all boiling, so get a little spoon and try it and see if you like the flavor. It's super hot. It tastes perfect. So I'm gonna get my noodles and put some in there. Bacon done. I want it really done well, so here it is. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to wash these dishes because I'm waiting for the noodles to boil, but I'm checking over my shoulder to make sure that that doesn't go over the pan. Okay, these noodles for the Mrs. Grass soup is already, like, it'll just keep cooking in the hot water. So I'm just going to move this back here in the back of the stove. It'll just, as it sits, those noodles get, you know, absorbed in that. So then I can start cooking for my chicken carbonara. And we're gonna put a little oil in here and cook our chicken. Looking for clothespins. There used to be a bunch of here, but those disappear in my home as well. So this is by the laundry room. Sealing my chicken, put this back in the freezer. This chicken is already cooked, so I'm just heating up so it's not frozen, and then I'll take it out and add the rest of my ingredients. That's over there sauteing real quick. I'm going to chop this bacon up real quick so I can add it to that. I'm going to add oregano and basil because you're supposed to add Italian seasoning. I don't really have the whole mixture of that one, but I do have oregano, basil, and some garlic. You just do what you can do. Just cook this. This will break apart really easy when it's frozen solid. I totally didn't see that hole in the bottom of my bag, and now it's all over the floor. That's okay. Just stir this up. I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. This was just in my freezer. And this will just thicken up here for the sauce. I'm gonna add all of this in there. And this will be delicious. I've got extra pasta because she doesn't eat dairy, so this will be good for her. I'm gonna try this. This looks really, really good. Let's try it. That's really good tasting. Very, very delicious. So super easy. Now this is done. This will be dinner. All right, Greg just came to the kitchen. He's like, honey, what's that smell? And I said, it's delicious dinner. He's like, I want some of this. So I'm gonna give him a plate and he can let you know how they taste. So this looks really good. So delicious. I'm glad I came across this recipe today. All right, breakfast, chicken carbonara. All right, let's do some cleanup in the kitchen. Next thing we're gonna do is get a big batch of popcorn made. I just use coconut oil and popcorn seeds. They're magic mushroom popcorn. All right, while the popcorn's going, we're gonna take our rice out of here and put it on top of our casserole. At this point, you can add cheese on top of this, or like the nacho cheese stuff you can pour on, or shredded cheese. I'm gonna leave it like this just to not have the cheese in there, and they can add it separate. Cover it with foil. This will be dinner probably tomorrow. It'll be really easy. Just heat it up in your oven, like 300 degrees for about 20 minutes. That's easy. My kids love it. The rice is super fluffy. You can see how it turned out. Helping to rinse it makes it not stick together and be like all gummy. So, okay, we'll put this in a container and cover this. All right, this rice right here, we can use it underneath our chili as well that we're gonna heat up later. So I'm gonna rinse this out so I can put my chili in it for the weekend. Okay, we're gonna work on making the popcorn balls. So what I do is you need 12 cups of like just plain popcorn. So I usually put it in a pan and kind of shake it to get the seeds out. You do not want any kernels, seeds. You don't want any kernels at all in here because when you go to bite into it, break a tooth, not a good thing. So you kind of shake it out. I'll grab it up and just kind of make sure and kind of sift it through my hands to make sure you don't get any seeds in the mixture. Then I'm going to put it in a bowl here. You need about 12 cups. You can do more, it's just the balls are not covered as much. I have no idea what size bowl this is. This one was from Sam's Club in their restaurant area. So it's about, I just grabbed handfuls and kind of was like 1 cup, 2 cups. Obviously it's a little bit more, but that'll work. So we're gonna keep making another batch because I've got way more to make. All right, well my popcorn's going. I'm starting to get my coffee rolling. This was a gift. This was from Stacy. This is her daughter, Julia. She's the coffee roaster, and this is from the Escanaba Up North Coffee in Michigan. So this is the Ethiopian one. I'll let you know how it tastes tomorrow because I don't drink coffee during the day usually. So I'm gonna put this in my container. I'll be having that. I love it, good dark coffee, and not everybody does. Craig's always like, do half coffee, do half water. I just like it nice and rich. So I'm gonna put this in. I'll be anxious to try this. So thank you, Julia. I'm trying your coffee tomorrow. All right, now is the time for the popcorn ball. So I have 2 bowls here. Obviously this one is a whole lot bigger than this one. I have strawberry, we like strawberry. We've made the same strawberry. You can get any flavored jello that you like. We just like this one. I thought I would get green, lime. I don't know if it'll be good or if the kids will be like, yuck, but I thought red and green for Christmas colors. This is what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna start with the green one first to make sure I don't have too much popcorn in here. I think we'll be good. For this one, it's been a long time since we've made it. So what you do, you take a you take a microwavable bowl and you add, it's a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm gonna use margarine, so half of this, and it's about 10 ounces of marshmallows. So I have a 16-ounce bag. So I'm gonna roughly, what is 10 ounces? I don't even know. 8 ounces would be the middle, and then this is gonna be 8 here. So about half of that would be 4, right? So that's gonna be about 12. So you just go over a little bit more. So about that much of that bag I'm gonna put in here. Microwave it, stir it till it's all melted. Then you pour it on your popcorn and you stir it up really good. Then your hands are sticky. So you get a little bowl of water, and then you're gonna pat it in the water so that you can start making the balls. You just want to keep your eye on it. It's going to start puffing up the marshmallow. So as it puffs up, you're going to watch it because you obviously don't want it to go over in your bowl. And then you're going to stir it. I got my wooden spoon, and then I'm going to add this jello into it and stir it really good. It's very sticky. It's super sticky. It's great when you have a whole lot of kids and you want to make this. It's a good mess. So don't do it with your toddlers unless you want ooey gooey mess. All right, mine are starting to puff up a little bit. Just keep putting your hands in water and flicking it off so it doesn't get the popcorn balls too wet. It's the only way to make your hands not stick to the popcorn balls. Just squish it down. These are delicious. The lime smells really good. All right, a little bit of water, just kind of flick it off and make a ball. This is perfect. Delicious. Oh yeah. So good. Wash your hands. That was super simple to do real quick. These are my popcorn balls. If you want them darker, you can put food dye in them to make them. But that to me is like perfect amount of stuff. You can add more or less popcorn to make them more sugary, but I'd rather spread it out and have a majority popcorn. So now I gotta wash up my bowls because I'm gonna use the same ones in the microwave for the strawberry one. So let me go wash. All right, let's do the strawberry. So I'm gonna put a whole stick of margarine and then 20 ounces of marshmallows. So I will do a whole, this is 16. So that's 16. I need about 4. I'll use this one. I'm gonna overfill this bowl. All right, microwave. Keep cleaning as you go to keep your kitchen all looking good. Keep watching your marshmallows and do strawberry. All right, I'm doing good. Like I've got my dishes all done. My kitchen is clean. I'm excited. The only thing I'm not gonna be able to do is Rice Krispie treats because last week I dehydrated a lot of marshmallows and I think I dehydrated a little too many. Not too many because my kids will eat them, but not enough to have for Rice Krispie. That's okay. They'll eat popcorn balls this week. That'll be really good. So the only thing on my list still is chili and pizza for lunch. That'll be put in the pressure cooker. Pizza will be easy to put out. I'll put that in a minute. And the yogurt, I'll make that as soon as the kids kind of get moving and want a yogurt smoothie. So let me stir this. Oh yeah, let's do some stirring. All right, so the strawberry turned out really good. This, I could actually even add more popcorn to it. See how it's really covered? Not a big deal. And I know when I look at it, you're like, is that gonna really cover everything? And it does. You can start out in a smaller bowl, pour your liquid in there, or like your marshmallowy jello mixture, and then just add more. Actually, it's like I could literally just pop more, add it to it and stir it, and it would just keep coating the popcorn. It depends on how much you want. So this is gonna be really simple. This one will be a little more stickier, so make sure your hands get wet. Just make a bunch of balls real easy. All right, the kids wanted a smoothie. They're eating their pancakes on a stick. I've got everything cleaned up, which is awesome. So I put in here strawberries, yogurt, this homemade yogurt, spinach, and then frozen bananas. I let the strawberries kind of sit out a little bit to thaw so they're not super hard. The bananas are frozen solid, so that'll help keep it a little more frozen. And then I added some elderberry powder. So, you know, 'tis the season for cold and flu, so we put some elderberry powder. If you have vitamin C, stick some in there. Anything, because it won't even taste it. And it gets in there and kids are eating something good. So let's mix this up. So I was gonna put my chili in my pressure cooker just for the weekend. It's still frozen. I will just put this in my refrigerator. All I have to do is add, I marked on my can of chili beans for chili here. So this will be like Sunday after church because it's just easy to put together in the pressure cooker. This and chili beans, and that's it. So that's a dinner done. That's why freezer meals are good. Otherwise, you'd be going to you can't even go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. You'd be going to Zaxby's or somewhere for after church. Now you don't have to because you've got a meal at home that's already warm and it will feed everybody. Costs way less than going out to dinner. Next is gonna be my pizza crust. I'm gonna put my, I think I've got marinara sauce, I'll put some on there. Cheese and pepperoni, that's gonna be, I won't cook it because it's not lunchtime yet, but that'll be lunch today. And then this mama is done. All right, this will be for lunch later. Just bake it in the oven at 350. Done. All right, so all of my food is done that I wanted to get finished. I'm not gonna bake the pizza till it gets closer to making the pizza. So what I'm gonna do different, I was looking in my freezer. And remember this dough that I made the other day with my freezer dough? This is kind of like my sad dough. I don't really think these will turn out super great, so I am gonna make those today. That'll be something I'm not gonna put on the Christmas plate of cookies because I feel like they might not turn out. I might be surprised, they might be fine. So I'm going to, I just kind of shaped it because it got like this, kind of shaped it up. And then I don't know, I'm supposed to put sprinkles on the outside. I don't know how well that's gonna go. So I'm probably just gonna sprinkle sprinkles on top of it, like the hard sugar. Bake them in the oven and we're just gonna see how they turn out. It might be a miracle, they might be fine, or there might be a big blob of colored dough cookies, which my kids probably will not care. So let's just see how they turn out. Okay, these are not looking very promising, and that's okay. That's why I made them today. So I will not be doing this roll cookies ever again. But that's okay. The kids are like, we will eat some. So this is what we ended up with today for food. Some of these for breakfast. The kids are eating it. I've got all these delicious. These are so good. Kids are loving these. We're gonna have some cookies that probably will not turn out so well. This is the soup in here. This is really good. This can be lunch if they want it. This is the chicken carbonara. This is really, really good. And then the cookies look at, yeah, that's not very pretty. That's not my famous. It's gonna be a fail. But maybe it'll be like purple on the outside with like an orange blob. I don't know. We're just gonna find out what those will look like. And down here I have the Haystack casserole. Here is some extra rice. We still have breakfast burritos out here. I've got a little bit of Chinese rice. There's some noodles for Jaden. Over here I have our pizzas. I'm just putting them in here because we will have those for lunch. I'll cook those later. I'm gonna go get some more applesauce. They're really enjoying applesauce. I've got cheese for the Haystacks. Here's all of our little delicious things here. This is kind of getting smushy, so I took this out so I can throw that in for one of those. Perfect. And Jensen over here, Jensen has had a birthday. Well, he's having a birthday soon. So he wanted the Millennium Falcon Lego set. So he's got his birthday money all together and got himself a Millennium Falcon. So look at that. He stayed up all night and made most of it last night. You did a good job, Jensen. You did really good.
And I fell asleep.
And Steven fell asleep, but Jensen, I'm like, don't stay up too late. But he was like, I've got this. So
he's shooting the big gun.
Look at that guy. Who's that? R2D2? R2D2. So very cool. So wish Jensen a happy birthday. When this video posts, it'll actually be his real birthday. So this is good in here. I like it. Good job, Jensen. You are now, what, 11 years old? 11. Yeah, we did his gift. And we didn't do any celebration or anything yet, but we still have to do Brooklyn's. We didn't even get to do Brooklyn's yet, but we're getting there. So as long as it, sometime this month, they will all get their birthday before Christmas. But we gave him his gift because we had to postpone a little gathering for him. So that'll be good. All right, we're gonna wait for these cookies and see how they turn out. All right, let's check and see how our delicious cookies are turning out. Okay, oh, look at those. Not bad, they smell good. Kids are playing laser tag in the house, don't mind the noise. Okay, not bad. I mean, not something I would give to anybody, but not bad. Here's the cookies. I feel like they're just a blob of color, but hey, they taste good. They taste just like a sugar cookie. All right, I always love to step outside after a day of being in the kitchen. It hasn't even been a day, it's only a few hours. So, but what a great day. It's gonna be another beautiful day. So this mama's gonna sit for a minute, and I was like thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I love to say, I'm done. But are you really done? No, you're not really done, because guess what? I still have to do today. This is for all mamas, is true. As soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna go back into the kitchen. I'm gonna take that last batch of cookies out of the oven, shut the oven off, let that cool. They taste good, by the way. They're just a little, not so, more like a blob of color. Kids don't care, they're like, sugar, yay! Then I'm gonna take some vitamins, because right now with cold and flu season, taking your regular multivitamin, vitamin C, and some zinc right now is huge. I put that elderberry in the kids' smoothies this morning. Always good to keep pumping yourself full of some extra vitamins. I'm gonna finish cleaning up the kitchen, putting everything away, making it look good. Then I'm gonna throw in a load of towels and my apron and the washcloths and all the towels I used in the kitchen today to get that done. I'm gonna do a quick wipe of the boys' bathroom, just a real quick one. I'm gonna do a quick wipe of our bathroom, real quick, not too big of a deal. And then look, oh, Greg cleaned the bed, so I don't have to do the bed. And then we're gonna straighten the living room just a little bit today. I'm gonna straighten the dining room, get it picked up. I'm gonna turn on those vacuums and let them do some work. I'm gonna turn the Christmas tree lights on because we like to have those on during the day. I'm gonna open the windows up because it is feeling like 60 plus degrees today. I'm gonna put this gate up over here by the door so that Ruby doesn't decide to come in, or the kitties. I'm gonna apply some chapstick because my lips are chapped. I'm gonna do some lotion on my hands because my hands are dry from doing the water in the sink. Then I'm gonna put on some good worship music to blast through the house. You need some good positiveness in your house, put on some good worship music. I've got a little playlist there under, it's called My Favorites, and it's what we listen to all the time. Then I'm gonna get my list of chores for the girls and the boys. They're gonna delegate their chores that they're gonna do. Then I will sit down and finish editing, and that'll take about 2 hours. Then after that, I will sit down on my couch and relax and go, all right, my Friday is done. So in reality, your day's not really done after just making food, mamas, and I get that. So a lot of our work has gone unnoticed, and the things that we do, you know, is always a whole lot more than just making food. It's like you've got much more to do. I was like thinking, I'm like, yes, I'm almost done. And I'm like, no, almost there. I got a little bit more to do, but I am so very thankful for what I get to do in my life and very blessed by it, and so thankful for you guys being here watching, and hopefully you got some great ideas for some food today. Skip those little swirl cookies or make them better than I did. I feel like if you added more flour, made the dough stiffer, they probably would turn out a whole lot better. Just saying, but mine were a fail, and that's okay. I'll admit my failures. Don't make it like I did. It'll be good. So yes, this mama's done. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day sitting on my couch. That's what I'm going to end with. That's how I'm going to finish up my day, answering comments and playing with my kids, talking with them, all those good things. Probably sitting out in that sunshine today too. If I get a chance to sit in that sunshine, loving that. So have a fantastic rest of your day today, and then we will see you tomorrow for Abundantly Blessed. It's where we're reading God's Word together. And if you need a church to attend on Sunday, I've got a great church, Upward Christian Fellowship. It's my church. It's where I go. But if you can't get to my state and where I'm at, you can go online and watch. We've got a great online community on there, and some of you do watch from there, which is awesome. So just a good place to go to church, to be with other believers when you can't get out of your homes right now. And then back again on Monday, and we're getting closer to Christmas and all the good things that go with it. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, bye.